You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
I'm Smiley the dog. I am a mutt. I'm Smiley the dog. I'm super smiley. I have a cat, too sweet, the travel kitty. I have a good girlfriend, Angel's really pretty. I have a pony and we share a big horse. We have a big yard. Yeah, we have to, of course. I have a pool. In the summer I stay cool. To a fountain, live in the mountain, live high on the hog. Need to be a spokesdog. I'm Smiley the dog. I am a mutt. I'm Smiley the dog. I'm super smiley.
Woof and super smiles. Welcome to A Super Smiley Adventure on Pet Life Radio, the largest pet radio network in the world. I'm Megan Blake, here with my sidekick, Giant Mutt Smiley. On our show, we explore travels with pets, inner journeys of self-discovery, or any path of adventure where animals take us. We are their leaders, but if we're open to where they lead, animals will take us on amazing adventures. And today, we welcome two guests who have been led on travels around the world and within their hearts. And their works have touched the hearts and minds of thousands. Today, we're so honored to welcome Skye Kelly, the founder and director of the Awareness Film Festival in Los Angeles. Welcome, Skye.
Thank you, Megan. So happy to be here.
Great. And also we have with us Jonny Vasic. Jonny is the director of animal content and entertainment for the Humane Society of the United States and one of the creators of Animal Planet's Whale Wars. Welcome, Jonny Vasic.
Thanks. Privileged to be on with you.
Very cool. Now, first, we're all together here because the Awareness Film Festival is coming up in Los Angeles this weekend. And Jonny is one of the producers of Minds in the Water, a beautiful film about a professional surfer who becomes impassioned by his developing relationship with creatures of the sea, namely dolphins. And the Super Smiley Flash Mob, the Dogumentary, is debuting at the film festival as well. Now, there's so much to dive into, so let's start at the very beginning. Skye, your festival has content about animals, the earth, and veterans. Tom Shadyac's film that just aired on the OWN network will be at your festival. So tell us why creating this mission of bringing awareness was so important to you.
Well, I'm a filmmaker as well, and I determined the only kind of films I wanted to make were films that had meaning and that kind of, there was a message behind them or just some sort of awareness being brought. So I thought, where is that festival that really broadly represents all of those fellow filmmakers, and that's their mission, is to make films that bring awareness. So I started a nonprofit that this film festival is a benefit for, and we bring preventative medicine to those people who don't have it available to them or it's not affordable for them. So as our main fundraiser, I thought, let's make this film festival happen. So I just sort of, myself and a team of 5 or 6 very ambitious interns put together the first year, and now we're all the way here on our third year showing over 100 films and awesome venues and really awesome filmmakers, and it's extremely exciting.
100 films, that is extremely exciting. And your list of films are very, very impressive, too. I mentioned Minds in the Water. And Jonny is here. And Jonny, your mission with the Humane Society of the United States is all about bringing awareness to animals, right? Tell us about your mission there.
Yeah, I work out of the Hollywood Outreach Program for the Humane Society of the United States. And my main focus with my job is to get animal issues into TV and film. So really excited that Minds in the Water is showing at the Awareness Film Festival because it's kind of a perfect sort of hybrid for us, because I'm always looking for content that's not only, inspiring, but sort of educational and entertaining at the same time. So I think those are the types of movies that really reach people. And Awareness looks like they've once again have an amazing lineup of films this year.
Right, and I love that edutainment, films that will engage people because they are entertaining, but we all walk away with a message and with a renewed spirit, I believe also, because it kind of awakens something in us. Would you agree with that?
Yes, for sure. I mean, a documentary film in general can be a challenge because a lot of times, sort of what the problem is or an issue. So I'm really interested in films that entertain first, and then you walk away with a message and hopefully, a call to action of some sort.
Absolutely. And we're going to find out about Minds in the Water and how I became an elephant right after this break. Smiley, can you wait? Good boy.
Sit. Stay. We'll be right back after a short pause. Well, 4 to be exact.
I'm Smiley the dog. I'm Super Smiley. Let's rock.
Petco, where the
pets go. Petco, where the pets go.
Pet Life Radio has tail-wagging, fur-flying, fabulous deals for our listeners from Petco. Get $6 off your order of $60 or more and up to 40% off the entire Petco site. That's right. But that's not all. Because you're a Pet Life Radio listener, you'll also get free shipping on your order of $49 or more. $6 off, up to 40% off, and free shipping from Pet Life Radio and Petco. To get these awesome deals, go to petcodeals.com. That's petcodeals.com.
Petco, where the pets go.
Betty White, what's the #1 pet radio network in the world?
Pet Life Radio.
Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer. What radio network has over 5 million monthly listeners and over 50 pet talk shows?
Pet Life Radio.
Rachel Ray, where is the best place to reach potential customers if you have a pet business?
Pet Life Radio.
Put your business in front of over 5 million pet parents with a radio ad on Pet Life Radio, the award-winning #1 pet radio network on the planet. Call our sales department today. Toll free at 877-385-8882. That's 877-385-8882. Or email us at sales@petliferadio.com. Steve Wozniak, if Apple was a pet business, where would you advertise your iLeash?
On Pet Life Radio.
Hi, I'm Angelina. Join me for some great training tips to live a happy, healthy, peaceful life together with your best friend. And by the way, they're not the only ones that learn something new. Join me for Teacher's Pet on Pet Life Radio.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
And we're back on A Super Smiley Adventure with Skye Kelly, the director of the Awareness Film Festival, and Jonny Vasic, producer of Minds in the Water. And Jonny, you were just talking, your film will be showing this weekend at the Awareness Film Festival. And when I saw Minds in the Water, I literally left a changed person. I already knew about the beauty of dolphins and their intelligence, but for me, your film connects us as humans with the dolphins on the big screen in a big, true story. Can you tell us about the story?
Yeah, the story is about pro surfer David Rastovitch, who's a free surfer, meaning he doesn't surf contests, but he travels the world testing gear and surfing for sponsors. And along his journey, he realized that the waters he was surfing in were oftentimes polluted, and his fellow surfers, these dolphins and whales, who he loves so much, he realized that there were many places around the world where they were still being killed. And so he kind of took it upon himself to try to do what he could to make a change. And his actions ended up sparking sort of movement, you know, with people that follow him. And thousands of people have signed on to our website and want to get involved, and, you know, beach cleanups and all kinds of things, protests and letters to different government officials. So it's been a real great, you know, we didn't set out to change the world. We just set out to make a movie that was really about this amazing individual, and we happened to be at the right place at the right time when he sort of woke up to activism. And the rest, you know, it's gone from there. So the film's traveled all over the world. It's won multiple awards, and it's been in lots of film festivals. And so we're really excited to be at the Awareness because it seems like a perfect home for this type of film.
Absolutely. You said you didn't set out to change the world, but you actually are changing the world. And there's a virtual petition that people can sign and participate in. Is that correct? Could you tell us about that?
Yeah, for sure. Well, part of the thing we looked for as a tool is how, you know, the question we get a lot is how can I help? And that's always, or how can I make a difference? And that's always such a hard question to answer. And we wanted to have a thing where someone could take an action right away. So we set up visualpetition.com, and someone can go to visualpetition.com, download a photo of a whale or dolphin, take a picture of themselves with it, and then upload it back to the site. And to date, over 20,000 people have done that. And we've taken all of those petitions and presented them at the International Whaling Commission a few years ago, and kind of had a protest and a news conference just to wake sort of these people up to the fact that there's tens of thousands, if not millions of people around the world that want to protect whales and dolphins and their marine ecosystems. So we use that as a way that people can actually take an action right now. And I think it's building muscle. You know, it's like you got to get a little momentum built, and you can't start lifting a lot of weights at once. You got to start little and work up to it. So we're all about taking an immediate action and building those, you know, activist muscles into the point where you see some change happen.
Right. And it's a really exciting petition, too. We want to invite everyone to the Awareness Film Festival to see your film. But if they can't make it here because they don't live in LA, I hope they do catch it if it comes to their city or in some other venue, because it is so exciting. And the virtual petition it's shown on there. It's shown the development, the creation, and everybody posing with the pictures. And it's really, really exciting. It's amazing. And Skye, this seems like this is the level of awareness and active participation that you're looking for, that you're hoping for. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yeah. We are inviting a lot of nonprofit organizations and just having them bring awareness to issues and petitions and everything else at the festival, as well as for our website. And that's exactly the kind of thing that we're trying to spark with the festival.
Right. And Skye, you have another wonderful film about animals that involves a 14-year-old girl and elephants. Tell us about that film. How do you become an elephant?
Oh, that's an amazing story, Juliet. She's just in the forefront of animal rights and activism, and her and the filmmaker, whose name I forget at the moment.
Tim Gorski.
Okay, so tell us more, Skye, about the film. How did this come about that a 14-year-old girl ended up working with Tim Gorski? How did that even happen?
You know what? I'm not sure. I just got the film itself. I think that I did watch the film a couple of times, and I believe that he was over there, and they somehow teamed up, and there's a couple of Thai folks that are very involved trying to help these animals because they're used in touristic ways there. So there are people that are in Thailand that are there to try and help protect the animals. They're fighting, government and everything else. And the film is amazing. It's just such an inspiring story. And we were so excited that they reached out to be a part of the festival as well. And I know that Juliet is going to be attending the festival. I believe Tim is in Toronto for Hot Docs still, but we're so excited, and we're extremely excited as well for an opening film that happens to have something to do with some Smiley folks. So that's going to be a really exciting screening.
Yes, I'm very excited about that as well. Thank you so much for inviting Smiley to open How I Became an Elephant. That is really, really cool. And Jonny, you're directly involved with the Genesis Awards and the ACE grant presented by the Humane Society of the United States. You help produce them and you screen content, so you see lots of projects. Have you seen that, Jonny?
I have, yeah. Fantastic film. It's one of those films I really like because it has a journey and a central character and a nice arc to it. So many documentaries struggle with sort of finding their footing and remembering that you got to entertain and have a main character and an arc. And How I Became an Elephant really exemplifies that well. It's a fantastic film.
So I'm very intrigued by the title, Jonny. Since you've seen the film, I haven't seen it yet. I'm really looking forward to seeing it at the festival. The title is it's very interesting. How does that tie in, Jonny? Can you give us a hint as to what we're going to be seeing and How I Became an Elephant?
Well, I don't want to give anything away, but it's a nice story of a young person, and I think audiences tend to resonate with that, who actually is taking some action to try to make change. And, I think there's a lot of feeling that youth are so apathetic in this day and age, and to see a young woman, really take up a cause and sort of immerse herself into this culture. And, I think the title kind of lends itself to that because she's just so, fully immersed into wanting to help these elephants, that she sort of became one in her own mind, let's say. So, it's a nice film for sure. Tim and I, the director, have a history because we go back to Sea Shepherd days, even before Whale Wars, and we worked on a documentary together called At the Edge of the World, and that's where we first became friends years ago.
Jonny, I love the way you mentioned, you referred to Juliet feeling like she perhaps became an elephant or having that affinity to elephants. I think that that's very important for us to have an empathy with animals and relate to them and kind of feel what they're feeling, especially in protecting them and bringing awareness to them. Do you all agree with that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. It's unanimous. Skye, tell us about the festival. Where will it be held? Where are the venues?
Well, and I'll sneak in here now, too, since Johnny brought up the Sea Shepherds, that we have a special screening on Saturday night at 11 o'clock of Confessions of an Eco-Terrorist, and that's a really awesome film as well that the ocean and animal lovers alike should try and get to, and that's at the Regent Showcase. So our main venue is the Regent Showcase just because it has 800 seats, so it's a massive theater, and that's right there on La Brea and Melrose in Hollywood. And then our really cute, amazing little matcha theater, which you need to get your tickets early so that you can make sure that you don't get scooted out because we only hold about 150 people there. And it's right on Santa Monica Boulevard and Kings Road in West Hollywood. And then we also are screening some health-related films at our yoga studio. And that's on Pico Boulevard, 3503 Pico Boulevard near Arlington.
So the film festival is being held out and about around Los Angeles. Is that correct?
Right. It's all within about a 3-mile radius right in the heart of LA. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good to know. That's really good to know because people don't really walk in LA, but you could almost walk between the theaters. Is that correct?
Yeah, definitely between the Matcha and the Regent. To get to the Healthy Living Center might be more of a bike, but absolutely you can get around.
Okay. And what times are the films showing Minds in the Water and the Elephant film? What times are they starting?
Minds in the Water is 5 p.m. at the Regent on Saturday, the 5th. And the Elephant film, How I Became an Elephant, shows at 5:15 on May 6th at the Matcha Theater.
Okay, great. Very, very good. We're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be right back with more on the Awareness Film Festival, Minds in the Water, and on Super Smiley's big screen debut. Smiley, can you wait? Good boy.
Sit, stay. We'll be right back after a short pause. Well, 4 to be exact.
I'm Smiley the dog. I'm Super Smiley. Let's rock!
Every pet is unique. Maybe they're gray in the muzzle, yet young at heart. Maybe they're growing out of the puppy stage and into their paws and ears. Or maybe they're just trying to maintain a more girlish figure. At PetSmart, we have the right food for your pet at a great value for you. PetSmart. Be better together.
Go to PetSmartDeal.com and save up to 30% on awesome gifts for the pets and pet people in your life. Toys, collars, leashes, PetSmart gift cards, treats, and more. Go to PetSmartDeal.com today. PetSmartDeal.com.
I don't make any decisions about who to hire without going to Angie's List first.
You'll find reviews on home repair to healthcare, written by people just like you.
With Angie's List, I know who to call, and I know the results will be fantastic.
Angie's List. Who you can trust.
Go to angieslist.com/super and get 25% off any subscription. That's angieslist.com/super. SUPER.
Dyson.
The new Dyson Animal Vacs are powerful bagless upright vacuums for homes with pets. Air muscle and radio root cyclone technology generates the strongest suction power to powerfully remove dust, dirt, and pet hair from the home or car. To order your Dyson Animal Vac, go to DysonDeals.com. DysonDeals.com to order your Dyson Animal Vac today.
Dyson. Music to your ears.
I'm not much of a reader, but I do wish I were more well-read.
There are so many great books coming out. I wish I could find a way to keep up.
Audible.com makes it easy to stay well-informed and catch up on your reading simply by listening. Audiobooks from Audible turn downtime into uptime. You'll be more productive and become well-read.
Now I'm able to catch up on all the great books I've been wanting to read.
With Audible, I feel smarter.
Pet Life Radio listeners, try Audible.com now and get your first 30 days of Audible Listener Gold membership plan free. And get a free audiobook. Choose from over 100,000 titles. To get this great deal, go to audibledeals.com. That's audibledeals.com.
Let's talk pets
Let's talk pets
on Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
And we're back on A Super Smiley Adventure with filmmaker and the creator of the Heal One World Awareness Film Festival, Skye Kelly, and the director of animal content and entertainment for HSUS and producer of Minds in the Water, Jonny Vasic. Here we're talking about the Awareness Film Festival coming up in LA this weekend. But first, let's just get to some pet talk. Skye, I believe that animals are teachers and healers. What have animals taught you?
Oh my goodness. Animals have taught me love, unconditional love. I know it's kind of cliched, but my family, my animal family is just, there's so much love, and it keeps me going every day knowing that they're there in my heart from animals that have passed away and the ones I still have too.
Right. And Jonny, you work on so many levels with and for animals, from Whale Wars to Minds in the Water to the ACE Awards with films like the documentary about the exploitation of the Asian bears for their bile. But when you just look into the eyes of your dog or into a domestic kitty cat, what is it that you see? What are they telling you?
Usually that I'm hungry or feed me, play with me. It's all about them with the animals, it seems like.
I know what you
But seriously, I think what I love about animals, like, Skye was saying, not only their unconditional love, but, I've learned a lot of tolerance and compassion from the animals I've had in my life, I think. These are creatures that don't have a voice, at least not one we can understand. And I love people that fight for the animals and help them give a voice in the world because, oftentimes they're mistreated and abused and used. And I love speaking with people like you, Megan, and Skye that really, have a heart for the animals and want to stand up and fight for them.
Same right back to you, Jonny. I always love talking with you. And I believe that animals have a purity of spirit. They are voiceless. They can't talk, but they communicate with their energy, and we feel it on a very pure level. It seems almost more direct and more clear sometimes than communicating with humans. What do you think about that?
Yeah, for sure. And, I look at ways that we can impact people as far as, wanting them to stand up and help animals. And, a lot of people have had that personal experience one-on-one with an animal, whether it's their dog or their cat or a wildlife, animal in the wild. But many, many people haven't. So sometimes, like in our film Minds in the Water, our central character, David Rastovitch, he's sort of your vehicle because he loves whales and dolphins so much, and when you're watching the film, he has a special connection. So a lot of times the audience can access animals through the central character as well, and How I Became an Elephant's a good example of that as well with Juliet, because she's so passionate about him, and she's a very likable character. So then that's my vehicle to then really love the elephants or the dolphins or whales or what have you.
Right. Very well said, Jonny. And Skye, the Awareness Film Festival this year also has an emphasis on veterans. And this is a subject that's very dear to my heart because my father was in World War II as a bird colonel in the Air Force. And of course, we're all now very aware of the war dogs that save lives, and it's sometimes at the expense of their own lives. So tell us about how the Awareness Festival is honoring vets this year as well.
Well, yeah, my father passed away just this year, and he was a Vietnam vet. It's something very close to my heart is vets and making sure that they have everything they need when they come back from war here and are treated with the respect and understanding from what they've had to go through. So we're honoring, all the veterans throughout the entire festival, making our screenings free for military. And yeah, it's very emotional for me. And I know that animals actually provided my father a lot of comfort when he was having illness and other things. So I'm sure that they're also very key over there in helping the military while they're in service. So it's something that's really difficult, but we have to deal with it. And we want to just take care of our veterans and respect and honor them.
Right, Skye, thank you for bringing awareness to them, to that issue as well. And there are so many things to cover in bringing awareness. There's the green movement for the earth, there's for the animals. And Skye, what is the message that you hope everyone will take away from the Awareness Festival? Do you have just an overall message, a mission that you hope everyone goes home with?
Absolutely, and that's basically that you can make a difference. This festival is full of films that kind of alert you to issues, but they also give you answers and ways that you can be making a difference and an impact. So if there's one thing to take away, I would hope it's empowerment, that it's not all hopeless, that there are ways that we can all make a difference, and collectively we can really change the world.
I love that, empowerment. I absolutely love that. And Jonny, we all know that HSUS is totally about that. Can you give us some ideas about what we all can do to help with animals, Jonny?
Well, I think it's being aware. I mean, education's first is knowing about issues, knowing about situations, being aware when you see a dog on a street of maybe that's a stray, making sure they can find a place to go and a shelter to be in. So I think that's a big part of it, finding what you're really passionate about and using your, strengths and resources to go for that, because it's not, the issue's not the same for everyone. And I really resonate with that power of one, and like Skye was talking about, trying to make a change. And, it's a lot what Minds in the Water is about, is this one guy that got out there. And, it reminds me of that Margaret Mead quote, that paraphrasing, a small group of thoughtful people, can change the world. And basically it's the only thing that ever has. So I'm all about that. We can't wait for government and laws to catch up with our moral compass. And I think individuals can take daily, consistent actions, and when people get on board with that, it takes a small amount of people to really make major change in the world, and I see that happening all the time, and it's really exciting.
Right. And we were just at the Genesis Awards a few weeks ago, and I remember the winner of your international award, Pritish Nandi, he said it so well as well. He said, don't wait for the big things. Just do the small thing. Exactly what you said, Jonny. If you see a stray dog, if you can, pick them up, adopt a dog, steward your own dog. And Smiley, my co-host here, he's always got great inspirations and ideas. He says, get a hybrid, get a mutt. You don't buy new, get a recycled dog. We can integrate everything together and help animals, help the environment. And of course, these are the themes of Smiley's Happy campaign. And Skye, thank you again for inviting Smiley's Flash Mob film to be in your festival, where we're calling it Super Smiley Flash Mob, the Dogumentary, and it's opening for How I Became an Elephant on Sunday. And I also want to mention that this film, that our little documentary, is co-presented by Pet Life Radio. So this is Pet Life Radio's film debut as well. So Skye, once again, could you tell us your website and where people can go to read about all these films, whether it's about eco or the veterans or the animals? Where can people go to learn about what's going on?
It's awarenessfestival.org. And there's also another link, awarenessfestival.healoneworld.com, if they have any issues with awarenessfestival.org. But there's a great setup with Festival Genius, and you can add things to your calendar, rate films, review films, check out the trailers, and see the full schedule there, and buy tickets as well if you want to get in on there and just confirm your ticket and make sure you get a seat.
And there's so many wonderful films that are going to be at this festival. I want to just share that with everybody. I actually had the opportunity to meet Tom Shadyac at the SEMA Awards this weekend, and he is so much fun. If everyone doesn't know, he's the director of the documentary I Am that's been getting so much press. He directed many of the crazy, funny Jim Carrey films like Bruce Almighty, Liar, Liar, and after a life-threatening bicycle accident, he decided to move in his journey to a joyful adventure of inner discovery that he shares in this film. And it just aired on the Oprah Network. So I'm really looking forward to seeing I Am. So I'll be at that film. And Jonny, are you going to be at Minds in the Water? Will you be here this weekend?
Yep, I'll be there for sure, and a few other people from the film will be, and I'm also excited to see some of the other movies that are playing there. I hope to be cruising around, getting inspired and learning how I can make a change. And of course, I think what the most important thing is that we all need to learn the Super Smiley Flash Mob dance this weekend, and that's what I'm really looking forward to.
We do. We need to learn that because, Jonny, aren't we doing a dance coming up May 20th at
20th.
May 20th,
That's
right?
correct.
Skye, you should come join us as well. We're going to be doing the Super Smiley Flash Mob for pet adoption, to advocate for a green environment, and just lots of good things. Getting more and more inspired, right, Jonny?
I'm there. Cool.
Yay. Yeah, and Skye, I wouldn't ask you which is your favorite film because that's totally not fair. But do you have one in particular that really touched you that you'd like to talk about?
Wow.
You mean other than Minds in the Water? Because I'm trying to off the ball, so don't embarrass.
Other than
you can talk about another film.
Right, and documentary, of course.
I have a real soft, I don't know if soft spot's the right way, but Minds in the Water, I have a film, my short film, Plastic Tide, which I did not put in the festival again this year, but it opened for Minds in the Water in a couple of different festivals, and so I've gotten to see it and met Justin as well, and that film is really, it's great because it really draws you into a story about this guy and how he just built his love for the ocean and for all the inhabitants, and like, he's just so one-minded in it, and it's really beautiful. So, I mean, you know, I'm not playing favorites, but that's definitely a highlight. And I went through a few hoops to make sure that we could have it at the festival. So that's a testament to how much I love the film.
Well, I'm glad you did because I agree. I love the film. And Jonny, there are thousands of people across the world that love the film as well. So, Jonny, can you give the website for Minds in the Water so everyone can kind of preview it and check that out?
Yeah, it's easy. It's just mindsinthewater.com. And we also have a Facebook page. Just search Minds in the Water, the movie. And come like us on the Facebook page and come out on Saturday, May 5th at 5 o'clock and be ready to be inspired.
Very cool. We will be there. And Smiley's website is smileythedog.com. You can see all about his mission there as well. And you can learn the choreography there. As Jonny mentioned, there's a little choreography link there. So we hope to see everybody this weekend at the Awareness Film Festival and throughout the weekend, especially at Minds in the Water and at How I Became an Elephant, which is being opened by Super Smiley Flash Mob, the Dogumentary presented by Pet Life Radio. Jonny Vasic and Skye Kelly, thank you so much for joining us on A Super Smiley Adventure, and good luck on your adventure of awareness this weekend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
To everyone, woof and super smiles.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.